Angela, hello. You coming in? Hi. I'm sorry I'm late. I was on the phone with my doctor. Hold on. How are
Well,
you?
wait, how are you? Why are we talking to a doctor?
Oh, so I because I'm chronically ill, I have medication that I take every single month, every single day of my life for like the last 9 years. And because of manufacturer, there was a manufacturer plant that blew up, and so the entire
Oh,
US has a shortage of it, and so it happens to be my heart medication. And so, and the other ones that they make also are made in that same factory, so nobody has any of them. And so I was like, well, what do I do? And so that was the whole thing. We got it figured out,
oh,
taking two different ones
okay.
to keep it going, okay?
Do what
But
you
if
gotta do.
not, exactly, we know that everything's fine. I love the statue. Where is
Okay.
that? Where's that
Well,
from?
it's a man and a woman. This is some boobies, but
I
this
did.
was it's some boobies, but this was my mom's who I know we're going to.
Seattle, yes. She's been in my brain again. Okay. Okay. How funny. Okay. I want to let you know when I go through and I have sessions with people, there will be things that I just randomly, I mean, clearly you have like a window and a wall and then that there, but there will be things that I'll just be like, oh, I really like that. What's going on with that? And like there's no reason to talk about it. And it's always because either that person made it or they had it or it was theirs.
I mean, and it's also boobs. So like
It is.
even my boss is like the tit statue is there. I'm like, yes, 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 this is here. It has been, I mean, she had it in the 60s and it's just been the thing that I brought with me everywhere we've lived, but it's in a very small office because I don't trust my son to it's very light. It's made of like fiberglass. So I just don't
Is
trust
it?
him. What'd you say?
It it looks like metal. Like I mean
No,
all
it's
the
not.
way.
It's literally like I could lift it. It's made of fiberglass. But this should be in a dining room, but because I have a
Yes.
4-year-old.
I'm right there with you. Yeah, I wouldn't want it either. I feel it. Well, let me ask her about. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna go into a chatty Cathy again right now. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Where? Colleen. There's another C name somewhere. Hang on, give me a second. Where? You're. Do you take on like all the special projects for your boss or something?
I'm the director of marketing and public relations.
You are the head person. Okay, I gotcha. All right, because she goes like this. She says, "Oh my God," and she says, "Colleen." I said, "Colleen is one of my assistants," and I go, "Is there a Colleen?" She goes, "No, no, no. I'm talking about like um the relationship." She says, "Oh, let's just say with her boss, really, really good person, but he's always giving her all the special projects, or always makes her do everything, or not in a bad way, like that type of
Yeah,
energy."
yeah.
And I go, good. And hang on, is he? Aspen. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Are you about to go on a I don't know. She's talking about the boss. Wait, so where are you going in the summer? Where are you going?
Nowhere. Nowhere.
Hey, that's what I thought was weird. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. But your mom never had time to go either. Okay, hang on. Hold on. Or never like actually did. Maybe you should go somewhere. Maybe you should go see something. Hang on. And like you don't want to leave your kid with anybody though, or like you don't
Oh, I
have
would
anybody
never.
that's like that's what she keeps saying. She keeps saying like there's nobody else. She's like, I was the one that she would leave him with if we could. She goes, but look, I'm over here. And I go, I know. And why?
Wait, which mom? It sounds fucked up. Which mom do you have?
Well, that's what we're gonna get into. Hold on. Who is the one that is give me a second. Wait, because wasn't one of them like an hold on. Who? So that feels like an aunt. No, it doesn't. Hang on. So does that is like your guy that you had your kid with? Is his mom crossed as well?
No, unfortunately, she's still with us.
That's the butthole. Okay, so how would the other mom, would that be like an aunt to your mother?
No, I don't know. You definitely see too many people, so don't remember. My mom
Yeah,
died when I was 4 months old. So my
so that's the
no, not
stepmom.
stepmom. My dad's mom raised me.
That's the
So
grandmother.
my
Okay.
grandma.
Okay. Yes. 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 Yeah. Okay. Because she goes like this. She says, "Oh, we're like practically the same age, or we would be practically." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You don't have a sister that's an aunt, and
No.
it's because the connection." And hang on, who? What about her? Yeah, there's some things that I forget. Hang on, give me a second. I'm kind of getting back into the vibe again. I wonder if that is your mom, your grandmother, that is your mom. It has that same energy that is talking about, she's talking about flying in the air. Your grandmother never had time to like go on trips though or anything like that, right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So I think that she's trying to say in a little bit of a way that maybe she's on vacation or maybe she's going places or maybe she's seeing things because she didn't fly, she didn't do like this, she didn't have any time to go anywhere. And why? Hang on. Where does the P name connect with y'all that could be dead or alive? The P.
So on her tombstone, this is my birth mom. Her name was Pinky because when she was born, she had a blood transfusion in her pinky. And so because we're babies, that's where they do it. So in the
I
pinky.
had no
So
idea.
she was Pinky her whole life. It says Christine Pinky Roberto on her tombstone. I have Pinky on my back. It's literally like the only color that we have anywhere because we
Oh,
talked about this in our last session was I don't know anything about her.
you
So,
don't. Yes, I remember that. I remember that now. Okay, real quick, are you ready for this?
yeah.
So I picked out the only pink dress that I have in my entire closet. It's rose, but like
I
I
was
wear all
gonna
the
say,
dusty
ma'am, that's
colors.
the only pink thing you have. Okay,
Yeah, this is
I'll
the
send you some links.
please exactly. No, this is the only, and it's dusty rose, right? Like I went and I had an all black outfit picked out, and then I walked back in there. I was like, you know what? And I pulled this out of the back, and I was like, we're gonna wear this today. Okay, and I bet it was because of your freaking mother. And oh, so that would be the C name as well. So somebody was talking about Colleen going with the C name, but obviously it's not Colleen, so that would be your mom's name.
So
And
the other fucked up thing,
tell
every
me,
woman in my family has the same name. So hold on.
oh
My
my
birth
God,
mom is Christine. Her mom is Christine. My
Christine.
dad's mom is Christina because my dad had to marry somebody with the same name. No, it gets even worse. My dad's name was Frank. My birth mom's dad's name was Frank. We don't like a lot of name variations in our family. So, like my
So
mom and
this,
my dad married people that had their parents' names.
yes, yes. Oh, that's weird.
So you're
That's
not,
weird.
that's why I don't know you could give me a name and it doesn't help
Yeah,
know who it
exactly.
is
So I have to go off based off experiences. That's what I'm trying to get
or
them to
what they
do. Hold
look
on.
like if you see people.
See, that could be hard because a lot of them don't show me that. They'll show me bits and pieces. Like, here's an example. If you pop in my head later on, like if you crossed and if I'm not dead first, right? We'll meet together. But if that happened, you would probably come up and you would show me maybe like what your eyeball looks like. You may come up and
Oh.
try to show me like it's like if I saw you, but I saw just your hair, and I'd be like, okay, so it's like, instead of having a reddish glow, it has like a blondish, darker, like a honey glow to it, like that. And it's because they're not necessarily in the physical, but they'll show me things that they see or like remember a lot. Hang on, give me a second. Where? Where? Why are you showing me that? Um, with your grandmother, what? Was she having a hell of a time with swollen ankles or something? Or was she just like not? Give me a second. She showed me like if you saw a foot, but you saw only from like the ankle, like a little bit above to the foot area. So hold on. Now I have to figure out what that is. So for me, she turns it red. So I'm like, maybe that's swelling. Two, I don't think she didn't have diabetes though, correct?
Not that I
Yeah,
know
that
of,
would be my
nobody
other
know.
thing because sometimes foot can go along with that. So now this is why are you showing me this? Hang on. So now my next thing in my head is like, what is particular about the foot that is interesting that would, hang on. Hold on. Hang on. Where? I'm asking about the toes. I'm asking about the arch. I'm asking about, like, my husband has flat feet, and so my son has flat feet. So, like, that would be a delineating factor. Nobody has that. She had an arch. Hang on.
We have high arches on my side.
You have high arches? That may be a thing. And so you had it, your mom, we believe your mom may have had it, and then your grandmother had it. I would have to say that's what that is, because she keeps referencing.
That's mom's mom, yeah.
That would be her, because she keeps referencing, she says, like, the opposite of, like, what your husband, my ex-husband has, which he is, like,
no, that's my husband. My husband's feet like this.
Yes, it's opposite. Yeah. Oh, so that would be kind of like a comparison, because tell me. Who? Poor man. Those hurt. They can hurt. They hurt.
Oh, he complained all the time.
Yes, I remember. I never knew about that. And he would come home and be like, "My feet hurt so bad," and I get it now. And why? What about her? Hang on. So tell me about this now. The snow is all gone, though, right? The snow is all gone in your area. Like, there's no snow. It's not snow. No, yeah. Okay. I said, what about this? And she says, oh, it's a beautiful day outside. I said, well, I see. I said, but I don't know. Maybe that's because it looks like it's snow on top. And I said, is it still snowing there? And they go, no, it's all gone. I go, okay, good. And why? Where? Mother Mary Magdalene. Okay. Hang on. When your grandmother, so your mom's mom, ended up passing, she says, wherefore out thou is my daughter. Did you miss her, like, before she, like, crossed, or like before she, like, went into not being able to communicate? Did you miss her, like, not being able to see her?
I say it every day. I don't believe you marry your soulmate. Toby, my dog, was my twin flame, but my grandma,
that's your person.
That was my human being.
Yes, she still is. She's just talking about that. The way she made me feel, she made it all dramatic. She goes, wherefore out thou is my wonderful daughter. And I'm like, oh my God, stop about it. So she's talking about you. And tell me, in her passing, like, when she's on her deathbed or when she's getting there, hold on. Who were the other people around her trying to take care of her? Who were those people?
Like, when she was alive?
Yeah.
So her son, my birth mom's brother, decided that she should live in a nursing home. So that's where she was at the end.
That's why it's not with y'all.
I didn't get a say.
No, I know. She's talking about the frustration with that. She's talking about I said she would be wonderful. Yes! She hates it. She goes, look at all these fucking people that are around me. And I'm like, who? And she says, I don't know. And I'm like, well, you're the only person that knows. And it's
she was, when I literally tell you, the most, like, dirty old lady, like, just hysterical. She would be like, Angela, your uncle put me with a bunch of Jews. I'm going to piss him off and get a black boyfriend. I'm like, Grandma, she goes, that's it. I'm getting a black boyfriend. I'm pissing the Jews off. And I'll remember, I don't even care. This is being recorded. It is what it is.
I don't care.
I don't care. When I was 16, she was like, Angela. I was like, yeah. She goes, I don't care what you do. I just don't think that you should give blowjobs. And I go, Grandma. She goes, Angela, they pee out of them. And I was like,
look. While you're talking about the story, my ghost stuff is going off.
But she goes, they pee out of there. That's where the pee comes from. And I was like, thank you. I'm going to go die in a hole now. Have a good day.
Oh my God. Oh, how funny. Okay, I just want to let you know, she set that off while you're telling that story to let you know that she's there. So she's, like, hearing all of that.
Best humor. Like,
yes.
Greatest human. And yes, I was sad when she died, but, like, I knew she technically died when my mom died 20 years before.
Yeah.
So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I cried and I was like, good for you, bitch.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes. Yeah, and that the area that she was in, like she doesn't have anything positive to say about it. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
know. And I know now if obviously you were at where you're at right now and everything would have been better, I'm sure there would have been like, quality of care. You would have taken care of her ass. Let me tell you that all the
If
way
I was
through.
allowed, but I'm
And
not her daughter, right? So like I never got a say in anything. Even with my other mom, my dad's mom, I wasn't the
yeah.
daughter. So I never got, yeah, she was my grandma and I thought she was my mom, but I never got
Yeah.
the say. I never even
Really?
got the medical info because I couldn't call the hospital because I'm not the daughter. I'm the
Oh my
granddaughter.
God. That's
Yeah.
stupid though. Okay,
Oh,
well that's dumb. Well, let me ask her. Hold on. I want to see what she where. Where? At that point, what? Camaro. Hang on. At that point, when your grandmother was passing, were you were dating somebody like at that point when she was passing?
we had just gotten married.
Okay, the ex that you had your son with or
No,
your
no, no.
child
My
with?
son is with me and my husband.
Okay, so that's the part. Okay, because she goes like this. She says, "Oh, she says I left her in good regards or good standing." I said, "Was she alone?" And she goes, "No, no, no, no. She was with somebody or she was in this relationship." And I said, "Good." So she's essentially saying you have a shoulder to cry on. That's what she says. I said because I always like to ask, how was the depression? How long did it get out of it? What did you see? And hold on, where your grandmother I wonder if she watched Sylvia Brown. That's funny. Or do we have like a Sylvia somewhere? Hang on. Hold on. Because your grandmother has nothing to do with New York or Manhattan, correct?
Oh, of course she does. She was
She
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
What was she up? What was that? What is that about?
No, we're a New York City family. Like she was raised in Manhattan, south of
Oh, she
Delancey Street.
was.
Yeah, and then lived in Brooklyn after she got married her whole life. But no, she's a New York City, like think New York City in the 1940s. New York City girl.
That's amazing. Okay, let
That's
me
a
tell you where
time
that
that like I wish we all could have experienced. Yeah, New York
I
City.
agree. I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
she loves it. So when I went to New York, my two times I went, the first time it was because I was on the Montel Williams show and I went and I saw Sylvia Brown and she read me. And so I was like a guest on the show. And where it was in Manhattan. And she's talking about that. And she keeps discussing how her life is that. I'm like, what? And so she's trying to bring me to New York. And where? She essentially is like mad at men, or she says, well, like, screw them all, fuck them all, or whatever this is. And I'm like, okay, good. And who? Hold on. What was going on with her? She had a brother that's dead as well.
Met all her siblings. I think she was the
Oh,
last
they,
one.
okay. Do you know if like one of her brothers was involved with like some shady stuff in New York or something?
So maybe not her brothers, but if you were to Google, not Google, if you were to look up something on Amazon and look at the book that's written about my uncle, hold on, it would be
What?
called, oh God,
Hold
where
on,
is
let's
it?
look it
This,
together.
hold on.
What do I look up? What do I search?
Hold on.
Oh, I love this.
Okay, so the
Oh,
name of the book is Michael Vigiano, heroin dealer and mobster slain in Canarsie, Brooklyn. He was killed and then put in the trunk of his car, and then the car was set on fire.
who? This is her
This
brother?
is her brother-in-law, my uncle. Hold on, I'm gonna put the link in the chat here because it's funny.
Do it. I want to see it. Oh my
Okay.
God. Hang on. Okay, I'm looking. Hold on. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no, I wasn't lying.
She's she's talking about it. She says, "Oh," and I said, "New York in the '40s." I said, "I bet that was great." And she goes, "Oh, so and so. There was an uncle or like a brother or brother-in-law." She says he was into some shady shit back then, and I'm like, "What?" I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna buy that freaking book and I'm gonna read it, and then I'm gonna email you and let you know, and we'll see if we can bring him up. So I'm gonna say, hang on. So the killers obviously were never thrown in prison or anything like that. That's what she's talking about. Okay.
I mean,
I said, so,
we're very Italian. I don't know how else to say that without
yes, yes,
saying that.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. She's talking about. I said, so what happened? She says, in these things, people don't talk. I go, really? I said that's back then as well. And she goes, yeah. And I said, so who went to prison or like did anything happen? And she goes, no, not really. And I'm like, oh, okay. And who? Hang on, go back. Michael's around. Weird. I wonder if, okay, I'm going to give you homework as well. Is there any way that you could look up later? I don't know, or email me. Email me and let me know. Michael's birthday and where he was born at. Could you find that?
I'm sure.
Okay, and then email me that. And then I want to compare it to your son.
Okay.
I'm
Middle name is
wondering.
Michael. Because
Oh my God.
we like the same name, in my family. We go down that
do.
rabbit. Yeah, we do.
You do, but also I want to let you know there may be a slight reincarnation thing going on with that. And it's odd that she just pointed to your son and his middle name is Michael as well. So I'm going to tell you, find his date of birth, so full day, month, and year, and then find the location of his birth. Either it's, Scranton, obviously that's Pennsylvania, right? New York City, Brooklyn, whatever it may be, let me know, and then send me your son's, same thing. And then I want to look at the chart and I want to see how it aligns. If it is reincarnation, you're going to, well, what I'll see is I'll see everything the same, except there's one position that's moved up. That's it.
Yeah, here you go. Here's his grave. I'm quick.
Again, you
I'm
have
in
it
PR
here.
and
Oh my
marketing.
God.
I could find anybody. I just sent it to you.
Oh my God. Okay, hold on. We're looking at it right now then. So I don't even have to. Oh, how it is a cross. Oh, how beautiful. She was showing me something like this in my brain. And I was like, is this yours? I think she was trying to talk about Michael. So it says, let's see. When is the date on there?
So born March 5th, 1936, died August, the date that I sent you, August 26th, 1974.
Okay, hold on really quick. So you said March 6th of 36?
March 5th of 36.
5th of 36. And then we think he was born in New York or Brooklyn, or was he in
everybody born in Canarsie, Brooklyn. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. 36. And Canarsie, how do you spell it? K-N-A-R?
Canarsie.
Oh. Hold on. And where's that at? Just in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
You don't want to go there now.
Why is it bad?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
hold on. Yeah, one of my friends, she went up there to go to a bone museum. She's a mortician, and she went to go and film content there. And she called me. By the way, she's from tiny little town in Wisconsin, like tiny, right? So she's that. And she called me. She goes, Amy, me and my husband walked out after about 11 at night. And we went to go get pizza in Brooklyn. And she's sending me videos. She's like, this is scary. I was like, why the fuck are you walking around 11 o'clock at night on a Wednesday in Brooklyn? I was like, she's like, but it's New York City. I was like, that's not Manhattan. That's not the Upper East Side. Like, you're going to die. Yeah.
You're literally going to die.
Yes, that's what I told her. So that's the whole thing. Well, hold on. I want to look at this too. Okay, give me your son's information.
What do you need?
His birthday all the way, and then the location.
So February 26th, 2021.
Okay,
and
so
is it
he's
like
the same.
The location,
where he popped out at, like, yeah,
So that was Middletown, Connecticut.
Oh, you were Connecticut. Okay, 2021.
That's where I was then. Now I'm in Philly.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so you're in Pennsylvania now. Yeah, remember I was like, oh, Scranton. So she was bringing up Pennsylvania, and I was like, why? It's because you're in Philly right now.
No, I'll tell you
Um,
why when you're done.
oh, okay, hold on. I love conversations with people like you because we both have minor ADHD, and so we can just keep rolling
I
no
love
matter
that you
what. We
think
can
it's
talk.
minor ADHD.
You know,
Shit's not
it's
minor.
no, it's not. It's everywhere. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God. Sorry, I don't normally say that a lot, but hold on. Hold on. Wow. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Oh, okay. Here, I don't know how to share this with you. I don't think I can. Maybe I can. Let's see.
Do you have a share at
Copy.
the bottom of your screen?
I do, but it's only gonna here. Yeah, let's look at that. Hang on. Let me see. Boom. I hope this is this one. Well, let's see.
Oh, it worked.
Can
I
you
did.
see that?
Oh, yeah, yeah, there you go. I don't know what any of this
Oh,
shit means.
okay. So I'm gonna just tell you. So you can see the picture though.
Yep.
Okay, so I want you to just kind of like look at this, and I'll tell you a little bit more in just a second. So sun sign is in Pisces, Moon is in Leo, Mercury is in Aquarius, Venus is in Pisces, Mars is in Taurus, Jupiter is in Aquarius, Saturn is in Aquarius, and then you have, I kind of skipped these. These are generational, so like every 10, 25, 30 years. So obviously this doesn't count. And then Lilith, and then North Node, and then I look here too, which is your ascendant, which is your ego, your second house, which is like your base vibration. So what the hell does this mean? So real quick, before I explain it just a little bit, I want you to look at this one. So this is your, hold on, which one is that one? So this is your sun that you have right
Okay.
now. All right, kind of like stare at that. And then I want to show you, hold on, is it this one? Okay, yeah. Now look at that one. It is almost the
I was gonna say, is
exact
it the same
same.
thing?
It is almost the exact same thing. Yeah, except look at this. So his Lilith, his negative side. So Lilith is your past life energy. It's your negative side. It's a side that you're trying to run away from, essentially. And so essentially his negative sign is in an air sign. Your son's north node is an air sign. So what he's trying to become. So like there's balance there. The other thing is that your son's negative side is in a Taurus, which is an earth sign. And then your uncle's positive sign is in an earth sign in Capricorn. So you have this equilibrium here. So each of them are learning the same thing, but it's in the opposite placement, which is great. The other thing with your uncle's sun sign being in Pisces, and then your son's, that's the same vibration. That's his outer personality. His inner personality, which is who he actually is a Leo. It's the same as your son. His communication style, how he talks and how he wants to be spoken to, is an Aquarius, which is the same as your son. The only thing different here is that it's almost like your uncle, which is right here. Aquarius and Venus, this is his passions, this is his love sign. This is very mental. So it's all about, I'm going to do this. I'm so smart. I think I'm so cool. And then you have your masculine side, which is an Aries. So essentially, he's going to talk a lot, think a lot, have a lot of great ideas, but he may get his ass in trouble because Aries doesn't think all the way through. So him not thinking all the way through probably, and he got too proud, probably got his ass in trouble from talking too much or whatever it may be. So he ended up dead, right? The other thing is down here. So his base vibration, who he naturally is a Cancer. Your sun matches at the same thing as well. So I'm going to say, hold on, let me look one more thing. Libra, yeah, their relationship house is in the same thing. This is probably one of the most like accurate ones that I've ever seen. So I'm going to say for right now that your son is probably your great uncle that got murdered
Oh, all right.
in energy. And mind you, okay, let me tell you this. Let me tell you how many times I've told people this. All right. So like 12,000 people, 11 times. That's it.
Oh, wow.
It's not a common thing. It's not common at all. And they rarely talk about it. The reason for it is because the cycle is too big or it's like too vast. So we have a soul group. So you'll have you have your mom, you have your grandmother, then you have, your kids, you have your aunts and uncles. That's a soul group you came in. So you have all these characters, you're playing these different roles. But then as we pass, right, somebody else pops back in. So essentially your great uncle can be your son because you
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
really have a life with him. Okay, so then
No.
you have, so then you have this cycle over and over again. So yeah, for with that, I would have to say just by looking at that, your son is probably your great uncle,
All right. I'll
which could
take
mean be. Do you know if your son is claustrophobic?
my son has autism, which we don't really talk, like nobody knows. So we just keep it to ourselves. I don't want somebody
Okay,
to judge him before they meet him.
he has a superpower. Oh my God, you can talk. Ooh, nurture that. They can think really, really well. Talk
Oh,
to him. Get
he's
into his feelings.
so smart.
Yeah.
It's like disturbing how genuinely intelligent he is.
Uh-huh. Well, the other thing too with your
And he's
son,
really
so his,
cute.
oh my God, look at him. Yes. Yes.
Really
I
cute.
would not be surprised if in the future, I mean, obviously he has autism, right? But that just means he's fucking amazing and smart, that he may either talk about your uncle, maybe as he gets a little bit older, or talk about a life, or he may talk about being afraid of bad men, or he may talk
Yeah.
about being claustrophobic. Like, just kind of take notes. Don't like pry too far into it, but just email me.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, weird. Okay, that was cool. Okay, come back here. I was not expecting that today.
Sorry.
Where? No, this is my favorite thing. Tell me. Is she not? Is that tea in your cup? Was that
No.
tea?
No.
Okay.
You drinker?
I I know.
That's a
I know.
fucking
Wait.
insult.
Is it coffee though, or are you
It
having
is
coffee?
black coffee, like coffee should be tea.
That's so she goes like this. I said, "What is that water?" And your grandmother's like, ha, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, and then she showed it black, and I was like, She's not soulless.
Yes, I am.
I know it's okay.
Yes, I
So
am.
she's there. She's having you drink it, and then you don't like the flavored shit though at all. Like the flavored
No.
coffee, you just like it pure. Okay,
I like
yeah.
coffee. I like
Coffee.
I'm not drinking coffee to pretend it's a fucking caramel drizzle blueberry thing. It's coffee.
I make mine pecan flavored, but just pecan. I'm in the South. Okay.
Doesn't matter. You should have
She likes-
stronger coffee than me.
I know. Put some dog shit in it. Hold on, like the whole thing, because it's all the mosquitoes and everything. Wait, go back over here. Your grandmother's a trip. Hang on. Where? Yeah, because it's weird with your uncle, your great uncle. I don't feel him. And when people are murdered, like I had a session yesterday at the very end. His brother got murdered in '74, died, and he came through. He was like the main guy in the session,
Wow.
which is interesting. And this guy's not there, so it goes back to over there. Tell me about her. Okay, let me calm my brain back down.
Sorry.
No. That's what happens. Where? Hold on. She's bringing up the Rothschilds. How funny. Hang on. Where? Hang on. You're.
Why are you touching your boobs?
Because your grandmother's talking about, I guess she had like decent sized boobs. I don't get it. Hang on. Somebody's talking about the chest. Hang on.
No, I'll tell you what it is.
What is that? Why?
All right, I don't want to hear no shit from you. Don't tell me you're
No.
sorry. Don't tell me you feel bad. I'm fine. I'm having on April 24th, I'm having a double mastectomy. No, I'm fine because I
know.
have the BRCA1 gene and it's like an 80% risk of breast cancer. And I
Cut them fuckers off.
Yeah, they're tits. I refuse to go out that way. So they're cutting them out and I'm gonna hopefully get implants the same day. And they're just tits.
Yes, they are. Oh, I would do that. I would do that in a heartbeat. And
I
I
have a
get the whole
4-year-old.
don't say you're sorry. I understand. Don't be
Yeah.
sorry. Believe me.
No, I get
because
a
I'm
lot
chronically
of,
ill,
like,
right?
my girlfriends are like, oh my gosh, I would be so upset if I were you. And I'm
Why?
like, why? They're boobs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and what I said to one friend was like, how lucky it must be to feel that way if you've never seen anybody go through chemo. Like, good for you, but I've witnessed it. I've buried people. Really big ups on that, like, fucking privilege you have, but I don't have that, and I've buried people, so I'm not doing it.
Uh-huh. Oh, your grandmother got in my body and made me feel what it was like to cut my boobs. And I'm like, what? I said, did you have breast cancer? She's like, no. And then she shows them and she shows somebody getting a lift and making them bigger. So she's
Oh, they're
talking
not
about
going
you.
bigger.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You're what, a D? You're a double D right now?
I used to be, when I found out about this, in order to be a good candidate, they have to
Yeah.
do a reduction and a lift. So in October, I had my
Ah.
reduction and my lift in order to prep
Oh.
for the mastectomy, because when you don't have cancer, you actually get to keep your nipples. But in order to do that, they have to move them a little bit higher because they will
Yeah.
naturally fall when you have a mastectomy. So I had a reduction and a lift, and now I'm 6 months from that, and now I can have the actual surgery.
Oh my God, please email me. It's gonna go well. I just want to let you know there's nothing
Thank
bad
God.
about it. If yeah, it feels
I didn't
great.
even
You're
want to
not
tell you because I was
dying.
like, what if you see something bad?
What? No, no. Well, that's why they brought it up. I don't normally, you can watch all my stuff. I don't normally grab my boobs. That's a horrible thing. And why? Um, I hear you saying the nausea is awful. Hold on. Just throw up. You may need a lot of nausea medicine afterwards. I think they're trying to, so this is weird. So everything that is happening in your life and will happen, they can put me in what will be and they can make me hear things that you will say. It's weird because everything that is going to happen is it's almost like our life is a book, and it's on top of one another. So each moment is on top of one another so you can visit it. It's not straight across or like in front or back. It's on top. And so they can go through these layers. Hold on. Who? Interesting. And they are going to keep you in the hospital for like 2 days, right? Like at least?
Yeah. It'll
Good,
be
good.
overnight, and I am fighting it, but they're making me.
No, that's what that is. They go like she goes like this. She says, "Make sure she stays in." I said, is that like a day surgery?" And she goes, "No." And then she's talking about making sure, I guess like tubes, you know, when they do like drainage tubes
Oh
or
yeah, I'll have
something.
those.
You will. Okay, so that's that. So she's showing me that. She's saying just in case, and then she's talking about you being good, and not doing anything you're not supposed to. And who? Where? Oh, your dog's gonna lay in bed with you. Oh.
Which one?
Oh, the one that you said is your soul dog. That one. They
Oh,
keep talking about that. So he would lay in bed with you?
oh, he slept with me for 16 years.
Really? Okay. They just showed me this image of you in bed at home, and then I hear a jingle jingle, which is like a collar, right? And I'm like,
Yeah,
what? And they talk about this dog coming up and
that was my dog.
getting,
16 years.
yeah,
That's longer than
that
most
is your,
marriages.
no, I know, but both of mine combined. I'm right there. And tell me why. What happened? What happened? You don't have his puppy teeth, right?
Not his teeth. I have his hair. I have him. I definitely took a picture of his balls before I got him neutered. So I have a picture of his.
I would do that too.
I just thought it was funny.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I love you. Okay, yeah, because they go like this. They go, oh, she has, and she showed me two, and I was like, two what? And then they say before they fell out, and I'm like, maybe teeth, it may be balls. I mean, I've never seen that before. I'd be like,
You're
what?
welcome.
And why? Where? I don't know. In your home that you have right now, are y'all considering, this is so random, this is so stupid, I don't know why they're bringing this up. Are you gonna pour new cement somewhere?
I mean, we have, like, we put a cement patio out back.
You did. You
Yeah.
did. When was that?
Like 2 years ago when we bought it.
Oh, you did add that. Okay,
Yeah.
but there are no puppy paw prints or anything in there, correct?
No.
Okay. Yeah, somebody's talking about a cement, like pouring cement in your home. I'm like, it's a new house. Why would they do that? And it's because you did it in the backyard. And I said, oh, what do you mean about paw prints? The dog is trying to talk about what he sees in your home and the newness and the different things. And Tell me.
Tell him I'm really sorry about the dogs I have now. I kept trying to find him again in other dogs. Like I have one that looks
Oh.
identical to him, but it's not him. Kip, come here. Come here,
Where's
Kippy.
Kip? Let me see. Let me
Come here,
see.
Kip. Come here, Kippy. Come here, you little twerp.
Is Kip like dumb as a box of rocks?
Dumb as a fucking bag of
That's what they
condoms.
said.
So this is what Toby looked like. He's wearing a diaper because he likes to piss on my walls. But
Oh
it's
my
not Toby because he's dumb as fucking shit.
That's what he says. He says he's dumb as a box of rocks.
It's a box of condoms, okay?
Yes.
And then I got this one. Come here.
Tell me. Let me
He
see.
looks nothing like Toby. However, he's very sweet and we like him a lot.
He is. Oh my God. What kind? Is that like a part Pekingese or what
No,
is
they're
he?
all they're both Pekinese, yeah.
It is a Pekingese. Okay. I've never physically seen a Pekingese before.
Yeah.
That's my
I
first
tried
time.
to find another Toby and I ended up with Kip.
No, yeah, you did. Yeah, he and Toby knows, and that's okay. So the way he showed me with Kip is he showed him his head running into a wall. Boom.
He's a fucking
and then
dumb dog.
yes, so Toby is around here. He's hanging out. He sees what's going on. And why? Hang on. And so you got Kip neutered though? So he is neutered?
Yeah.
And
Like,
he
this
still
is
pisses
Toby.
on your wall. Oh my God, he does look like him.
Oh,
He
yeah,
looks
no,
like
I was
him.
on a wait list for years, and I'm a rescuer. I have 2 rescue pit bulls right here. Shut the fuck up. But you can never get a Pekingese, especially that coloring. So
Yeah.
I was on every wait list known to man. I joked that I was with Toby from when he was Michael Jackson Black. Wait. Wait,
Yes.
no. Hold on. To when he pulled Michael Jackson and turned white because
Oh my God, you have to show me.
oh
You
no,
have
hold
to show
on.
me.
He turned white.
Oh my. He did.
pulled
He
a
turned bright white.
He was Michael Jackson. Like he turned white.
Oh my
He was 16. I
God.
had him from when he was 6 months to 16.
Oh my God. No wonder. Well, poor, yeah, because he's talking about his little joints, and obviously 16, he's going to hurt, but he's wobbling around. Why? You're scratching those. What do you mean by that? Was he getting those like weird black growths? Like, did he have those? Or like, was there like a, it's not cancer.
Not Toby.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Merrill. What is Merrill color? What is that? That's
MER. That is a
ILE. It is. Hold on. Go. Let's see what Merrill is. Hang on. Hold on.
Yeah, it's Merle. It's like MERLE. It's a genetic pattern in the dog's coat. It's like it's like an Aussie color, I think.
It is like an Aussie color. Oh my God. If you scroll over, they have a pit bull in Merrill.
Oh, tell
Wow.
Tank to come on through. That was my pit bull that passed away.
That may be that. Hold on. And so Tank is, hang on.
I'll just hang out with you and talk about my dogs.
Yeah, we can do this. Well, this is your grandmother helping as well. So we've gone, I have to tell you, this is one of my most interesting sessions that I've had in like 3 months, and I adore it, and I adore you. Tank, so do you have a tan one right now? And was Tank blue or like dark? What was he?
Tank was dark. Here's Tank on a birthday picture.
Okay. Oh, he is dark. Yeah, he is that kind of like, okay. Because he's talking about that. And then you have a tan one now?
Mm.
That's that one. Okay, so when dogs show up, sometimes they like to act like they're alive. So you don't always know, like, am I connecting with a dog that's alive or am I connecting with a dog that's dead? Because they will do the exact same thing. And he's talking about how, oh. Why? So we ended up having to put him down though. We didn't just like have him pass naturally at the house. Okay. And so at that point, he was like already on his deathbed. So he was already getting lockjaw and everything at that point when we let him go.
I had to euthanize both Tank and Toby.
You did. Okay. Yeah. He's talking about how they had to open his mouth, or he closes it. Hang on. Why? Hang on. Weird. I wonder if Tank also suffered from like enlarged heart or something. Do you have any idea, or did he have like a fluid, or
So
like
he
what's all the
actually, you were
pressure?
grabbing your jaw, and I was like, is she gonna
Yeah.
land there? But he had mouth cancer.
He had mouth cancer. That's why, yeah, he keeps
And
talking about the pain in his face.
it had traveled down to like the lymph node, and that's where like it systemically was for him. So we did like 18 months of chemo for him just to, yeah.
Okay, that's why he's doing. Yeah, he made me grab this, and I was like, "Do you have lockjaw? Like what?" And I've
No
never seen a
cancer.
dog with mouth cancer.
Mm-mm.
Interesting. And then he kept showing me little cancer balls, and I go, "Where's this at?" That's why. And why? Go back. So we never actually went in. We weren't able to like remove it though. We weren't able to like remove part of the mouth cancer. We just did the
Not
chemo to try to make
fully.
it go away.
We removed
Yeah.
some of it, no clear margins, and they couldn't really go back in based on because it was like, you know, where your cheek meets your gum?
Mm-hmm.
It was going
Yeah.
into the gum area, and obviously I wasn't going to remove his jaw at 12 years old. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Okay. So that would
So,
be why he's making me hear you. And you're saying, you go, well, I guess we can't remove all of it, or I guess we can't do this. So he's making me hear your voice talk. So he was listening to you. He appreciates your help. He's fine. He's good. He's definitely in this house with you.
oh, I'm
Um,
pissed the fuck off that he's not here. Tell him I'm mad.
why? I know. With Tank,
I'm mad.
what? I know with him. Oh, so you would put him what? Would you put your seats down in the back of like your SUV and have him hop in the back?
You're mentally unwell. Do you know that, ma'am?
Yes, why? What happened?
No, so we knew we had to euthanize him, and I had my son, and I was like, I want to spend a lot of time with him. So I called, he was in the ICU. I said, I'm going to come with my SUV. I'm going to put Mickey Mouse on for Nikki in the car. I'm going to put the seats down in the back, and we're going to sit in my car and we're going to watch the rain. And we sat there for 3 hours and we watched the rain and we watched people. And then they came out and they did it.
I'm I am mentally unwell. You're absolutely correct. Yes. No, he put that in here. He's making me hear you. Oh, that's a beautiful memory. Look at that.
Yeah.
He
No, it
he's
was nice.
talking.
It was nicer than Toby's because Toby's like, he was so unwell that I was like, do
Yeah.
it now. Not going to
Yeah.
suffer. But Tank was mentally there. Like when they wheeled him out, his head was up. He was looking around, but he
Yeah.
couldn't walk anymore. And I was
That's
like,
what. Mhm.
I have to do this to a dog that fucking sees me and my eyeballs. Like Toby was
Uh-huh.
gone. Like there was nobody home. But I
Yeah.
have to do this to a dog that can look me in my fucking eyes.
Yes. Yes, but it's okay. He's fine. Yeah, he showed this is let me show you how that works, okay? Because he talks to you like this too. So he shows me this image. He makes me feel going outside, and then he makes me hear either rolling or something scratching along like a concrete or street or whatever this is. And then all I hear you say is, okay, I don't have enough room here. I'm going to put my seats down. And I said, well, where do we put, is this a van or a car? And then they have me lift the back gate like of
Yeah, that's what we
the
did.
yeah, because it lifts up, and so he makes me hear the ooh, like my mom has one of those, and I go, oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then he's talking about how he can't jump, he needs to get in, he
This is
can't, and so we
literally,
have to
you
put
can't
them
see
in.
it, but this is the day. This is the back of my SUV. My son is right back here. There's the car seat with the TV. And he's
Uh-huh.
on his pillows, and that was the day. And
That's it. That's it. So know that he remembers that. Know that he knows and he
good, I don't fucking
appreciates
want to
it.
remember it.
I know, but it's okay. It was a part of his life. It's a part of his story. And why? And you were the best dog mommy ever, and you still are. And I would even have to say that maybe why? Turtle? Hold on.
I don't do aquatics.
I know you don't. For some reason, Tank may end up coming back before Toby. Tank may end up coming back before Toby. Oh my God. Oh, watch out for your buddy you have right now, are dumb as a box of rocks, in the future with kidney issues, like pretty decent kidney issues.
Oh, well,
That
thank
may
God
be a
he's got
thing.
medical
What?
insurance. Are you sure it's the dumb as a rocks one?
Well, this is what they just showed me. So somebody just showed me a male peeing, and so this means it's man, right? Because they're not squatting, they're lifting their legs, and then they're showing me an image of like if either somebody has, these are my only things I know that dogs can get, it could be something different. So my dog ended up dying of kidney failure, just super quick, had no idea, just went out, and that was terrible. So they brought that up in my brain. The second thing is that they showed me when dogs get like crystals or something in their urethra, and so they either can't pee or it's super difficult. And so this for me means that maybe it goes into crystallizing or stones or something that ends up causing an infection or a blockage. It's not right now, nobody's going anywhere, but this is where the whole thing comes into play, is that when this dog passes, you're going to find another one, and I think that's going to be Tank.
I just need to know like what breed. Like if someone could give me like an inkling. Like what am I looking for
Yeah.
here, guys?
Oh, okay. Hold
What are
on.
we gonna be?
Yeah, what are we going to be right now? That's the whole weird thing.
That's
It's,
the hard part. Because I wouldn't
well, yeah.
I'm not breed specific. Like I don't look I only looked for Toby because I wanted another one that looked like him. But
Uh-huh.
you know, my mom who,
Yes.
will talk about had huskies her whole life and so because I don't know a lot about her,
Yeah.
I try to replicate the things that I know. And so I know she had
Yes.
huskies. And so
Yes.
I said when this pack moves on, I'll do that. And so I try to take like the little things I know
From her.
and just
You know,
and do them.
that may go into the Merrill as well. It may be that you either get a collie or you get an Australian Shepherd. That's a little bit too high active for you. Or you end up getting like a Merrill or like that some kind of color of Husky. I don't think they
Yeah.
make that, but if that they're crossbred with something else, that can come about.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see him as a Pekingese or a pit bull. But the other thing, this is what I want to let you know. So you create everything in your reality. Everything that you want, desire, you create and you bring it towards you. So when that time comes, he will end up showing up and there's going to be this feeling, this like zing. It's almost like everything aligns and you'll be like, that's odd. Why is that a dachshund? What? Maybe it's a dachshund.
Yeah.
That may go into that. Interesting.
Actually, it's interesting you say that. When I had my son, so I had a C-section. And
Yeah.
so they bring you the baby, right? But before they did that, my husband walked around and I was like, take a picture, take a picture. And so he took
Yeah.
a photo on his phone and he brought it over to me. And I didn't say this out loud, but the very first thing and I remember this, that I thought was, holy fuck, it's you again. The
Shut
first
up.
thing I thought, I swear to God, ask him. I said, because he knows the story, but like, I've never had a kid before. Like, I wouldn't know who it is, but I was like, oh, fuck, it's you again. The fuck does that mean, Angela? Who the fuck are you?
Okay, so what does that mean? This is going to be trippy. So it's funny, I was talking to my friend today about this. She called me and she was letting me know that the way she chose her son's name was because it literally popped up at her 15, 20 times. I mean, all these different things. And she was like, maybe I knew him before. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
But you were switched probably in a different role.
Yeah.
I would even have to say your son, I mean, and it's interesting because her son is named Leo and he's autistic. Like,
Oh, wow.
on the spectrum, hardcore, and he's 5. He just turned
Okay.
5. And so very, very similar. But I have to say that you probably were his mom in a past life, or he was your brother, or you were sister.
Yeah.
It doesn't
it's
feel like
just
he was dad.
something- It's that like synchronicity that you were talking about. Because all I remember
Yeah.
saying was like, holy fuck, it's you again. And like,
Yes.
that
Yes.
isn't a normal sentence somebody says when they
No.
see their baby. So it was
No.
just interesting. So yeah, no, I think we'll feel whatever it's supposed to be whenever we get
Uh-huh. Exactly. It'll be perfect. Don't worry. And there's anything bad that happens to you, like dealing with like your son, not as far as like death or that's not going to happen, but like issues or you learning about patience or you learning about taking your time. I mean, think about who you are here in this life right now. You're in marketing, you're doing all these things, you're like top notch, you're going a million miles an hour. You have to like be on your toes. And then guess what? You have a son who is dealing with autism. So now you have to slow down.
Yeah, I don't
and
know
you
how to do
have
that.
to be,
It's a stroke.
I know, and you have to be quiet and you have to be focused, because that could be the other thing, right? Because they sometimes can be super sound sensitive. And so you're learning about each other, and then he's with you to try to bring that out and understand more. So just remember, like, realize that.
Yeah.
Okay? There's a reason for that. And where? What about her? Angela, chickens. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Do y'all, where? Do you not like to eat chicken? Do you not like to eat chicken?
So I feel bad for any animal because I'm a fucking sucker and just feel bad.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
like I'm an asshole and I think about like this was a mom's baby and then I think about the mom and then I think about like what she like I have a whole fucking
I get it.
I have like a whole issue. I mean, I eat chicken and because I won't eat a cow because they're like big dogs, and I won't eat
They
pork.
are like,
They're like fat dogs, and chicken's like the only thing I can eat. And fish are really stupid, so I'll eat fish.
I will as well. Crabs are even better because they don't scream a lot unless you
But
boil
you have
them.
to cook them alive, and I can't do that.
I know. I know. I know. And then the other way is when they chop them in half and they're still moving. I'm like,
Nope,
that's even
see,
terrible.
I can't. I don't have it.
I know. I'm right there with you. And why? Hold on. Tell me about her moving forward. Hang on. Mom, where are you at? Hold on. So why? Oh, that's weird. Your mother. You don't have a Cartier ring, right?
No.
Yeah. Okay. What is the, like, do you have your, I don't think you have your mom's solid gold band. Where does the solid gold band come into play?
I
Ring.
don't know.
Okay. Somebody flashed me, literally, I saw a picture of it. It's like if they just like put it in my brain. It showed me a, what is that, quarter of an inch gold band. And I was like, Cartier, what are you talking about? Hang on. When is you and your husband's wedding anniversary? When is that happening?
May 19th.
May 19th. Okay, what's the association with May and your mother?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, okay, okay.
I
There
don't
may
know a
be
lot. Yeah.
don't know a lot. Okay, interesting. They're talking about May. They're talking about that. They showed me wedding ring, and I'm like, well, what? And then they showed me my husband's wedding ring, and I was like, maybe it's that. Hang on. Tell me. Where? Hold on, hold on, hold on. Who is that? Who's Teresa? Who's the aunt? Is that one of the ones that died of breast cancer? Who is the person that like had that?
So nobody with breast cancer, it's always shown up in my family with ovarian. So that was my dad's sister, but her name's Conchetta.
That's Oh, well, I've never heard that name before. So that would be the closest Italian name that I can find.
We're very
is like
Italian.
Teresa. You are. Okay, new name unlocked. So she's talking about how there's this aunt that crossed over of cancer, of female cancer. They showed me breast for that. And I go, what? She goes, oh, she's over here and she watches her as well. I go, oh, okay, good. And so I would have to say, tell me. Conchetta had a son as well.
Yeah.
Weird. Who would be the person that has, somebody literally said, oh, she has a son and he's an asshole. And I'm like, who is this asshole? Hang on. Hold on. I bet they're trying to talk about somebody on dad's side. I mean, obviously, because we're going down that route, but do I know who? Absolutely not. And that's kind of
Are they
far out.
still alive?
Yeah, the person that they're talking about that's a butthole. Yeah, probably.
Oh, probably my dad's brother.
Oh, is he a butthole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to say that's probably where that's going. And tell me, hang on. So did your dad end up, so your dad is remarried again or with somebody else now?
No, he died.
He did, that's him. Okay, who was the mistress or who was the woman that he was connected to?
While alive?
Yeah. Who was
So
that?
he dated someone actually named Teresa or Terry when he was alive. But it never, not that it never He would never get married. Like my mom was it. He would never get married again.
He would never, but he dated a Teresa or a Terry.
Yeah, we call her
Really?
Terry. Yeah.
Okay, so that would be that. So that's your dad coming through to talk about the ex-girlfriend, to say, I'm here, I love you. That's just something to say, hi, I know about this. This is like kind of like this is who dad is.
Oh,
And
gotcha,
hang on,
gotcha.
hold on. Like a calling card. Where? Hold on. Oh, hold on. Okay, so he's talking a little slower. Hang on. I have to adjust myself. Weird. Was your dad experiencing like really bad like heart palpitations, like sitting at home in his chair or something? Or like he didn't die in his chair. Did they like pick him out of his living room and take him to the hospital?
No, he died in his living room.
He did die in his living room. Oh my God. He's talking about sitting there or in that area where his chair or a couch or whatever this is, and he goes, oh, oh, oh. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. And he says, and they took me away because body was taken away.
Yeah.
And why? I'm still here. He talks at a slower, lower pace. Whereas your grandmother and your mom and all those people are who? Your dad, you are still his little girl. You are still his person. He does love you. Someone say he's sad. Hold on. And he never was rich though. He never made it. Yeah. I said, did you leave her money? Like, was it okay? Did she use it to build the house? And he says, I wish I could give her more. I couldn't. I didn't. And he's talking about being so he ended up like pushing you away a little bit.
I mean, I think both of us, right? So, but looking
Really?
back, I'm almost 40. My
Oh,
dad
yeah.
died when he was 45.
Wow.
He he got married to my mom. He was 26. She died 4 months after I was born. I never understood as a kid why we weren't close. But looking back, and I say this all the time out loud, like I'm sorry because I would have been drunk all the time too if I was 26 and alone with a kid, man.
I
Like
know.
if
Me
the
too.
love of my life died 4 months after having a baby, like fuck, you look at
I know.
them differently as an adult.
I know.
And so I feel really bad because he pushed me away because I looked too much like my mom. And
Yeah.
it was a shit reminder.
Yeah.
And nobody would let him be with me because he was always drunk. And then, dude, I was
That's
a pissed
why.
off fucking teenager. Like, you're gonna come over now to punish me? Like, where the fuck have you been for 3 years? Nice to see ya. You live around the block and I don't see you.
Yep.
Uh, but I have a lot of regret because I feel like we could have been closer. We could have like he probably had so many stories to tell me about my mom, and
Yeah.
I
And
don't
you
know
never
any.
did it. I know, but it's not, it goes both ways. Yeah, he's sad about it. He's like, I said, what happened? He says, like, tell her that she's my girl, or tell her she'll always be my little girl, and tell her, like, I'm sorry I pushed her away, or that I did this. And I
Yeah.
go, okay. And yeah, your dad is here. He's a little
No,
bit
and I
heavier,
feel
your dad.
bad because I don't want to say I don't think about him as much as my mom, but there's that
You don't.
allure of like, who was she? Like
Yeah.
in everything I do, how did she take her coffee or what kind of pizza did she eat or anything?
Yes.
But with my
Yes.
dad and my grandma, like I knew you
Yeah.
guys. And so I don't
Yes.
have that same sense of like, I don't want to say
Yes.
they're not in my thoughts every day, but it's little shit that
Yes.
you're like, you try to
Ah.
find stuff. And so I feel bad because I feel like they don't take up as much of my sadness as they should for the respect that I should have for them. But that's
Uh-huh.
because there's this big mystery over here that
Yep.
I can't figure out.
So let me tell you about that real quick. So your mom, you will figure it out, and you do, but you have to trust yourself. So your mom is heavenly. She is not really a person anymore. She is everything. Just like we're not really people, right? We're just energy in a body looking through this, having this experience. And so your mom is with everywhere, with you constantly. She's not a certain point. She's not a space. She's not a feeling. She's everything. And so when you think about like, how does she take her coffee? The reason why you're thinking that when you're doing your coffee is because she probably had it just like you. And she probably also is influencing you how you take your coffee. Okay. Like there's little bitty things like this. The other thing too is that she's probably going to not, it doesn't seem like she would be coming back in again. So I don't think you're gonna find her in like another daughter or aunt or like another friend or anything like that. I think it's all just going to be the guide, your guide for your rest of your life. But then your grandmother and your dad are much more physical. Like they make me feel things. I see them in their body. So don't think that you ever lost her. She's definitely around, she's there, but she's almost in like this angelic category, which is very
I just
interesting.
wonder, and it sounds tragic, but like I
No.
believe you when you say we have multiple lives. I get all of
Yeah.
that. But my
Yes.
thought is like, are our lives opposite, right? So she comes when I go and I come when she goes and we never meet. And that's really sad.
Is it? Is it though? When we think about it in so this is where we have to have a broader perspective. You know, our relationships don't end just because they're not physically here. The relationship continues, and then we have to learn how to feel it and develop it. And I can tell you from like my own personal experiences with like 99% of my family that's died, that I not only have better relationships with them now, but I also have more magical things happen to me all the time because of it. So it does get sad because you're so used to having them physically here and around, but your relationship continues and continues to grow. You should email me. I'll walk you through some stuff.
Well, I'm also
Okay.
going to email you because I feel like I want to do this again.
Yeah, yeah. And then we'll go deep into mom. We'll go like all into mom. Yeah, your dad made me sad. He
Well, and
loves
dad
you.
too, because there's so much
Yes.
like forget that you're my dad, person to person, man. I'm fucking sorry.
Yes, I know. I know. Well, let's go into that. So I do have to run to my next
Yes,
session because
you
I'm